Oh, we got 4 lurkers. 4 heathens. Hello, how you doing? I'm not sure we've seen you before. Although the name seems familiar. But welcome to the channel. I hope you're having a good evening or afternoon or morning, wherever you are. I'm in Adelaide, South Australia. Feel free to tell us about yourself. It's always good to learn about someone new. Yeah, I've seen that, Randall, but I don't eat kangaroo. Yeah, he did crabs the other night, Randall. I seen he was doing the crabs. Interested to find out about those special gloves he used, the cut-proof gloves. Pretty upbeat sort of fella. I've been enjoying his videos. Wouldn't mind. Tell you what, his girl's gorgeous, but the sister, she's hot as. Oh, he's got the leftovers of those crabs. Cool. Yeah, I'm not a big. I have eaten kangaroo, but only once by mistake. Um, don't like the idea of eating something on our coat of arms. The Australian Army use that on their coat of arms because they use the kangaroo and the emu because they're the only 2 animals in the world that can't walk backwards. We've got a few other lurkers out there. Whereabouts are you anyway, Randall? US? I'm pretty well guessing. Uh, it's not really so much as an acquired taste. It's very lean, no fat in it. Um, Probably not all that different to uh, beef, I guess. If you served it, it'd be hard to tell the difference, I guess, if you didn't know. Oh, okay. Another Seattle. Fives is from Seattle too, I think. 2 a.m. Yeah, yeah. I knew this was a pretty shitty time for those guys in the US. Yeah, no worries, mate. Don't blame you. I guess this time it's usually not so bad for the Aussies and those in the Philippines. I know when I do a show in the morning, it's usually I get a lot of the guys from the US. Much it's like their daytime, afternoon. Yeah, take care, mate. Have a good one. Thanks for popping in. So who else have we got lurking out there? Oh, we just lost a couple of lurkers. Oh, actually, no, maybe one lurker, and then Randall left as well. It was a shitty night for movies. They got Ocean's 12 on, which doesn't exactly do anything for me. What else have we got on here? Looks like a shitty night for TV, that's for sure. Sort of what, Simpsons or Futurama? I don't think so. Well, we got Bones and Bones. No thanks. Oh well, like I thought, pretty shitty night for movies. Oh well, we got nobody talking. Might have to maybe have an early night. Nah, can't do that. Come on, guys, I thought someone would give me a hard time about the title. Even jump in just to let me time you out. Oh well, I might have to watch. I might have to watch Benny. Let's see what he's doing. He's still cooking. Uh, Kangaroo kebabs. Nah, I'll give that a miss. Well, we just lost one lurker. 3 to go. Not even a troll to be seen. Well, unbelievable. I guess that crazy Cajun won't even jump in to give me the option of timing him out. Yeah, how you doing, Michael? I know this time is more suitable for those in the Philippines and Australia. Yeah, yeah. Well, usually we're an hour and a half ahead, Michael, but with daylight savings, we're about 2.5 hours ahead. So it's 8:40 here. So 6:40. So it's about 6:10, I guess, in the Philippines. Excuse me. So definitely suited. I don't know about the European guys. What time it is over there either. I'm not real sure. But I know that Snapper Rocks usually gives me. I've got a message from him before about doing it when he's around, and usually when I'm doing it in the mornings, he's not around. So hopefully Snapper will turn up. Junior usually pops up at some stage. Um, we just got to see what happens. Give people a chance to pop in. If not, all good. We can just shut down and watch a movie that I'm not really interested in. And it's probably your dinner time anyway, Michael. How you doing, Roger? Not much is going on, mate. Just thought I'd put a show on at this time because it's more suitable to the Australians and the guys in the Philippines. Usually, when I do the morning one, um, it suits the guys living in the US, but not so much the Australian guys or the Europeans, I guess. Though I'm not sure what time it is over there. Um, At a guess, it's probably get hit in the morning, maybe there, early morning. I'm not sure. So I heard you're a cool dude, Roger. What was it like riding around with fives and that crazy Cajun? Yeah, yeah, I imagine it's just after probably getting close to 6:15 where you are. Burger time. I had a yesterday went out with my son. So yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. Uh, when we went to get his car, his new car. Um, we went out and got one of the best burgers that you can get from any franchise here in Adelaide. One of those Carl's Jr. Man, they're much better than Burger King or McDonald's, that's for sure. Really enjoyed that. Then went out with him today. Um, well, he bought him two new front tyres for his car and a wheel alignment. That was $360. So I paid for that. Holy shit, Roger. And I'm sure that Fives was giving his new bike a bit of a hammering. but all fun. And as long as you guys had a good time, enjoyed yourselves, and at least the good thing is you've got to meet that crazy bloody Cajun. Um, so if you ever need another Westerner to talk to, you can always catch up with him. I heard Fives is pretty cool, but I've talked to Fives plenty of times on live streams, and he's always been a decent guy. There's always been a good laugh. But it's funny. I did ask Focus what you were like because we always hear from you, but don't really know too much about you. But he said you're a pretty cool guy. Um, so I'm glad you guys all got together and had fun, man. Yeah, that's the problem, Roger, is some of these guys they need to meet each other. So it's easy to dislike someone over the internet, but when you meet them in person, so different. So, but yeah, it was good hearing that you guys got together. Sounded like it was a fun time out there riding around like you were. Okay, that's good to hear that you finally found somebody. Didn't really take you that long. Definitely makes life easier though. Or to say not easier, makes life makes Jack a happy boy when he's got a pair of boobs to spend time with. So I'm glad you finally found someone. You just got to teach her how to make burgers, mate. Get some homemade burgers in you. But I have noticed that, yeah, you haven't been around as much lately. So I knew that at one stage there you were out and running around with rented a room just down the street from a parents' house and still have a house in town. Okay, cool. I knew you were missing for a little while because you were out with those guys. Um, Obviously, the rest of the time being with your new girl. Well, obviously, she's not close to your place then, if you had to rent a room out. Okay. What's that been like, Roger? Do you usually, because I mean, you're always eating burgers and takeaway, so how are you finding it eating the Filipino food? What's that been like? 'Cause I don't imagine you being the sort of person to eat balut and some of the more adventurous foods. I'd be keen to try the pork adobo or that chicken adobo. Not sure about much else over there. You don't really see a lot of Filipino cuisine. Okay. So you do eat it, you just don't cook it for yourself, I gather. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, nice and fresh. That's definitely a bonus, mate. But if you've been eating a lot of Filipino food, I'm gathering lots of rice too. I don't know if I could eat that much rice. Not every day, anyway. I guess depends how it's prepared. I'm taking obviously it's a little bit far out from your house in town, well, where she's living anyway. Oh, I've got a few more lurkers in hanging back now. Hey, Gunnar, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, mate. Wasn't too sure we'd see too many guys in the States because of the time. I know this is not the best time for you guys over there. I thought I might get a few of the guys in the Philippines or in Australia. Okay, that's a bonus. Watching Rambo, I was tempted to go back to bed shortly. Old man age kicked in. Yeah, I was out today. Ended up getting the lad a couple of tyres for his car and a wheel alignment. Two tyres and a wheel alignment, $360. So then the little bugger was telling me he was going to come over here for dinner. Hey Graham, how you doing, mate? Yeah, the little bugger told me, oh yeah, I'll come over and see you tonight, Dad. I said, oh, we'll come over and we'll have dinner. He said, yeah, yeah. Doesn't turn up, so I have to message him. Like, what are you doing? I'm waiting for you. Sends me a message back. Oh, I'm with my friend, Dad. I'll see you tomorrow. I love you. Little bugger. Jesus, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's easy to laugh off. I was probably no different at his age. The only probably difference was that my old man wouldn't have spent that sort of money. Um, no, no, not really, Roger. Oh, yeah, my old man would have never done that for me, Gunner. It's just stock for what he's got there. What is it, 235 by 17 by 50, so 50 profile. 17-inch tires, and I think they're 235 wide. But they were good Bridgestone Supercats, I think they are, something like that. The tires were, I think, $156 a piece. I could have got something cheaper around the $100 mark, but um, they were going on the front, and when it's your kids, you want something decent on the car. So I got that for him. Um, but yeah, it is kids for you. Yeah, I guess because they're the 17s, and that particular model, they got the 50 profile 235s reasonably wide, I guess. Yeah, Graham. I just take it in my stride because I kind of remember what it was like to be 21 years old, and how I'd rather have been with my mates and hanging around with my dad. So all good. And it was, like I said, there's a 2.5 year period where I've never seen him, so um, it's just good to have him back around again. And if I don't do shit for him, his mother won't. So it's not worth getting angry about little shit like that. I'm just glad he's happy he's got his car. I bet you do, gonna. Yeah, yeah, that's the old school stuff now. Yeah, I paid for the tires, Graham, and maybe down the track I'll get him two rear ones as well, but they're not too bad at the moment. Um, he's got a uh, little dent in the back there too. I might put that into the crash for him and get that fixed up. But it's easy, Graham. I know you got a few kids, mate. I only got one son, so yeah, he's always been a little bit spoiled. Always got him everything you can imagine. Yeah, well, and as for not eating much, Graham, I can guarantee you don't eat as much as that kid. I tell you, he's a bloody eating machine, and you got boys too, I think. So you know what that's like. Ah, yeah, yeah, I know what you're saying, Gunner, and probably sometimes I am, but yeah, it is what it is, mate. Um, and at the end of the day, one of the tires was bald, and I don't want him to get defected and or have a crash, or I'd rather spend the money and put the good tires on the car for him and make sure he's reasonably okay out there. But I understand what you're saying. I don't know what it is, Gunner. Dads are suckers for their kids, I reckon. Um, I'm just probably a little bit um, definitely surprised, even shocked that his mother doesn't do more for him. Um, but I can't change that, or and we don't talk at all. So if I did, she'd hang up on me because I'd fucking give her a mouthful anyway. Yeah, four sons. You know what it's like, Graham. I mean, definitely would have been harder for you having four boys to to do much for him. You do what you can, but I only had the one son, so it was a lot easy, yeah, to spend a bit more money on him. But I did give him the lecture today that he's got to be a little bit more responsible, do some more shit for himself. And I did tell him that I'm not going to help you if you don't help yourself. It's just you know I made that pretty clear to him. Yeah, Gunner. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes I used to get that as well. Yeah, and it's funny, Graham. It's really crazy, but boys tend to become mummy's little boys, and the girls definitely become daddy's little girl. I see that in so many families with my friends and that. So it would have been nice to have a daughter, but we only had the one, and it was a boy, and I was pretty happy. Just drinking a frozen Coke here, so damn, I'm addicted to those things. Yeah, Roger, my old man was the same. If you wanted something, go out, get the money, work for it, save for it, get it yourself. Which is funny, we used to all do that because we were all boys except for the youngest was my sister. Fucking when it come time to her getting her license, that the old man went and bought her a car. The rest of us, all the boys, we had to get our own shit. But yeah, shit happens. But he was pretty tough on us. I mean, how you doing, Gene? Not sure what you mean by he's fast. It definitely confused me at times, Gene. So, Gunnar, when are you going to join me on this panel one day and give me some shit instead of staying in that chat there and giving me shit? I have to remember to take your wrench off you one day when Junior's in there. Yeah, I was older when my son was born, which is probably a good thing because younger I was just I was a runner, mate. Too busy having a good time in my 20s, that's for sure. Oh, 5 kids, Graham. My God, your bloody house would have been like a schoolyard, mate. I don't know how you did it. 'Cause yeah, I got a face for radio. Thanks, Gunner. Oh, Jesus. Oh, shit. Oh, you bastard. Oh. How old is your son, Gunnar? My lad's 21 now. He'll be 22 in August. He's actually 3 days after my birthday. Uh, Look, why would that stop you, Gunner? It doesn't stop focus. And he's a Cajun. Well, look at Ed, 19. Okay, so close to Luke's age. Yeah, I have, Graham, and I don't really drink Coke, but the frozen Cokes. Uh, Sometimes I get the frozen lemonade, or they do frozen lift. But when you get a warmer day, I just like the frozen drinks. Helps keep you cool. But yeah, I know, Graham. Not just coins, mate. You can clean your drains with that shit. Yeah, I probably should, Gunner. Uh, but to be honest with you, before I do that, I want to give up smoking now. I just noticed lately um, I've really picked up on how much I smoke. It's just getting ridiculous now. It costs me, was it $43 a day in cigarettes? It's crazy. Yeah, well, it's not good for um, diabetes as you get older. Well, I was lucky with the running. I did, buddy, cut heaps of weight. So yeah, well, not smoking, that's a bonus, Gunner. Yeah, I haven't had any alcohol since New Year's, around New Year's time, and honestly can't be bothered drinking. So, but it's definitely sodas, or what we call soft drinks. Definitely a vice for me. Well, we've got 10 watching, a couple of yous talking. Roger might be in the background, so we've got a heap of lurkers. So just to remind you guys, Jesus loves me, but the rest of you are buggered, man. Yeah, Graham, that doesn't sound bad. I also don't mind putting a bit of lemon. Um, I really like lemon drinks. Yeah, I hear you, Gunner. I like apple juice, Graham, but I tend to just drink the pure apple juice, not mixed or anything. So it's actually one of my favourites. I like the apple juice, apricot nectar. Drink a bit of orange juice at times, but again, that's all pretty sweet shit too. But what I used to do is, because we had a lemon tree at home, I'd squeeze lemons, make ice blocks out of them, just in the ice cubes, and then put a couple of ice cubes in water. That was all right. Yeah, I'm not a big water drinker, Gunner. And no, not for a good burger. I was a weird kid. From the day I was born. And my mum always used to tell me about this, and my aunts. I was a little prick, mate. When I was born, how you doing, Ian? Um, I would never. Um, Mum brought me home. I wouldn't drink milk. Yeah, that's what I need to do, Graham, vaping. But as a baby, she panicked because I wasn't feeding on milk. Wouldn't touch it. So the doctor suggested that she would get lemonade, let it go flat, and put that in a bottle and give it to me. But I got obviously because of the sugar. So I started off the first week or so drinking flat Woodrew's lemonade, which is probably why I'm a big lemonade drinker now. But she had to do that until I would actually start drinking. Bastard of a kid. And then when I was a little bit older, my grandmother would let me fall asleep on her stomach. So then when come time for mum to put me down, I'd never go down. So my auntie and her boyfriend at the time would have to throw me in an old Chevy and drive me around the block to get me to go to sleep. So it was a bastard of a baby. Thankfully, my son was totally opposite. He was a great kid. Uh, ate well. Yeah, secret lemonade drinker. But my son, he ate well, slept through the night, even as a baby. He was perfect. All my family were hoping that I would get a bastard of a kid, um, but they were all quite disappointed when he turned out to be a great baby. Oh, Graham, come on, don't rub it in, mate. The guy's doing it tough as it is. uh, don't listen to him, Roger. He's probably bullshitting, mate. He had rice. Dick and Cider just put up a new video, guys. Told the doctor I was drinking healthy, juicy. That's what kind of said Arizona fruit punch. He just shook his head and said no. I was like, hey, it says fruit. Yeah, the problem is, and Ian put it there, fruit drinks have lots of sugar. It might be natural sugar. Some of them have added sugar. But even if it's natural, it's still got lots of sugar. Where's that Junior? I want to remove your. I think I'll just remove Dick and Cider's wrench and see time him out first. And how you doing, Dick and Cider? Good to see you. Just seeing that you put out a video. Yeah, some fruit. Well, I'll tell you what, not much has more sugar than Coke, mate. If you see how many teaspoons of sugar there's in Coke, it's crazy. It's an insane amount of sugar in a soda. Ah, good to hear, Dick and Cider. Seeing you just put out a, just told everyone I got the notification that you put a video. Just told the guys in the chat that you had a new video come out. Oh, I've got here. Who's sending me secret messages? Oh, Jesus. You're sending me for emails like that. And you know who you are. I can't drink decaf, Gunner. God, no. No way. put a fuck ton of bubbles and acid. You can't tell how sweet it is. Yeah. I definitely got a problem drinking too many sodas, though. That's for sure. Too many sodas, too many smokes. Eat too much shit food. Live hard, fast, and die young. Yeah, yeah. Um, Coffee never used to do that. It never used to really keep me up, but these days it will. So I'm a little bit more careful about what time I have coffees now, but it never really used to affect me like that. Yeah, yeah. Don't feel like doing much when it gets real hot. Yeah, it's a bit the same with me, Gunner. Um, One thing I will say is I've sort of got my sleeping habits a little bit more on track. Yeah, yeah, the it does, Graham. Definitely. The heat really hits you. Uh, I thought you'd be back in Oz by now, but I'm assuming you just don't want to go home. I was out earlier doing a bit of cleanup in the backyard. Was out in the afternoon with the lad. That was a pain in the ass because the place we went was busy, so we were there for a couple of hours. So went down to a cafe, had something to eat and a coffee. But sitting around there was a pain. You guys are quiet. Although, to be fair, I know it's dinner time in the Philippines. No, that's true, Ian. But at the moment, he doesn't really. Um, you know, she's not around for him a lot, so uh, if I can be around, then that's how it's got to be. I said I didn't see him for 2.5 years. Jesus. I'd find out what Barry uses on his head and send that to him, mate. 7-Eleven. Just hang on a sec, guys. I just gotta jump in the kitchen for a second. Okay, back with what you guys been doing. Better check this chat. Make sure you haven't been running amok. Yeah, it does, Ian. But I guess it probably wouldn't be a good look if he didn't. It'd be hard to even imagine Barry with hair. You know what, Ian? I don't wish ill of him, but he fucks up himself, mate. Um, yeah, I don't want to jump on his case all the time. Uh, so I don't wish bad of him, but I don't. Uh, I can just see more shit happening at the end of the day. Yeah, I don't know if I would, Ian. To be honest with you, I'd definitely go see Focus. Like to catch up with Roger. Um, Mr. I Story, who I haven't seen around for ages. Wouldn't mind catching up with him. Larry, Ed, the boys up in Baguio. Yeah, yeah, and I used to tell him that, Dick. I would try and tell him shit like that, and but yeah, he's pig-headed at times. But I guess you live by the sword, you die by the sword. And if I go to Devour, which is guaranteed, I wouldn't. I wouldn't avoid the guy, but probably wouldn't go hunt him out either. Yeah, they do, Dick and Cider. Yeah, and that's true, Ian. But oh God, how do I put this without? I don't want to, go on here and talk a heap of shit. But because I used to speak with the guy uh, off of YouTube, and so Jazzy, no, no. Um, so I know a couple of things that happened that just I couldn't agree with, and he just he didn't take advice, and he just did some crazy shit. But I was trying to help him. It is a bit like that, Graham. Um, yeah. I mean, I was when I found out a couple of things, and it was from him himself. I just yeah. But I guess for me, the last straw was I would still jump in his streams and that. But when he came over to focus the show and then would abuse people when we're telling him not to, just ignore people. But then when I went on his show and Jerry, Philippines Bound, was on there and made a joke, and it was nothing nasty or anything. He was just just having a bit of a dig, and next minute Barry's banned him from the channel and calling him a troll, and I said to him that mate, that's Jerry. He's not a troll. He's just having a joke with you. And next minute Barry goes off at me, telling me that he's sick of me defending trolls and that I can kiss his ass. Well, yeah, that was the last time for me. Yeah, Fives does seem to be enjoying himself. He's a funny bugger. Been on a few lives with him, and you always get a laugh out of him. You know, some of the fucking stories, and geez, yeah, he's you can imagine he would have been a bit of a class clown. Definitely a funny guy. Yeah. But the thing is, in the Philippines, man, there's so many islands, so many people to see. Shit, you'd need a half year, I think, to catch up with everyone. Yeah, Graham, it is. Yeah, Graham, Ian, he did. But that wasn't such a big deal. You know, that wasn't the issue at the end of the day. Yeah, mate, he's loving like I think the last time we spoke was on one of the lives, and he was saying, the best thing he did was getting that bike and being able to travel around himself. And I think it was great that he got around with Roger and Focus, and so they obviously showed him around the place, and now he can just get around wherever he wants. Yeah, I know he's got his Jazz. No, this dog's creeping up closer and closer. I have to get up and give her a kick in the bum in a minute. I know he's got his dad running his business, but obviously no one can run it like he does, and he's probably a little bit worried about it. Maybe he doesn't go home too soon, though. And the guy always seemed to be working, so it's good to see him actually just let his hair down and run amok. Uh, Very envious of the guys over there at the moment, like Fives and Graham. You want to go out? That's what you want in it. Man, this dog is a pain in the ass, I tell you. Yeah. What time is it in the UK, Ian, where you are? Yeah, mate, I'd share a cold beer and a burger with Roger any day. Uh, so is that 11 a.m.? Okay, cool. Thanks, Ian. Yeah, to be honest, I'd meet anyone over there. It doesn't really bother me. Ren, I wouldn't mind catching up with him and Chixie. Um, uh, if I was over there now, I'd even catch up with MJ, and I don't. I'm not really fussed, about the shit that happens over the internet. That's for sure. Um, but I'm going to try and keep more of that drama off of here. I mean, a little bit of ball busting's fine, but try and keep everyone else's wars out of here. Graham, I'll trade you my chicken and rice for burger tonight. The South African dude. I don't know him, Ian. The only time I've really heard the guy mention, I think it was Higanti's video, and Nathan had met him. I should look him up, and because he obviously does videos, vlogs. I should check him out. Yeah. But I don't watch a lot of guys. I don't watch Frank. I don't watch Michael Fazio or any of them. A bit strange. Okay, interesting, strange. I will definitely have to look him up and check him out. I know Nathan met him, so yeah. Well, I'll give the guy a chance and watch some shit and uh, see what he's like. He's just one of those guys I'd never watched, and like I said, never watched Fazio. I think I've seen him. I didn't even know it was him, but I'd seen him the first time the other night on a. Who was it? It was on a stream with that Philo in the Philippines or in the Philippines or something like that. They were doing a stream and they were on there together. I didn't even know it was Michael Fazio until someone told me. And they're both weird as because they were sitting in their rooms with construction hats on and safety vests, which I found just a little bit weird. No, I didn't know that. No, I didn't know at all. Okay. The yellow vest movement. uh, Guys, just chat amongst yourselves for a second. And this dog wants to go out. I don't know. I'd like to just ignore. Okay, what's going on? Hey, Steve, how you doing? Sorry, I was just out to take the dog out. She wanted some water. Watch it, Gunner. You could end up in the sandbox, buddy. Oh, hang on. Sure, I heard a message coming before. No. The circus guy, he's probably fallen asleep, Gene. It's probably pretty late in the morning where he is. Don't know what Steve's doing up at this time. Yeah, I know, Gunner. I can't work it out. She's forever retracting her. No, I'm sorry, Linda. Um, Jesus loves me. You're all buggered, and he told me that himself. You know? Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, Steve. I've seen him put it out. I have to catch up on that one. Jesus, Graham. You're not dick aside. You fell asleep, you old mother. I'm sorry, Gene. He only loves me. Adult duties. Gene, stop retracting messages. Otherwise, I'll take your wrench off you and you won't be able to. You were answering emails in your sleep. You know what, Dick Decider, you're a talented man. I wouldn't put that past you at all. Roger's back. He must have finished his chicken and rice. Well, Gene, I know where he's coming from. I understand that. He's dreaming of Frankie. Well, I was watching this shit today on great white sharks in Australia and recent times. It seems that shark attacks are occurring more and more. And Western Australia, well, you'd know this one, Graham. Western Australia had 3 deaths in 3 years from shark attacks. Juicy hot dog, right? Gene, one of these days I'm gonna understand what code you're talking in. Yeah, she either wants to cut the talong or kick you in the talong. She's always making threats. Yeah, tell me about it, Dick and Cider. Yeah, I'm okay. Just got a. Oh, I think I've had a bit of a cold for a few days. It's had a sore throat, so smoking doesn't help. And I got the mic probably too close to my mouth. Just a blocked nose. Uh, and just got a sore throat. I guess the weather jumping from cool to hot. I'll be fine. All good. The only thing annoying me at the moment is the dog. Little bitch she is. I know who you're talking about, Steve. He does. I said, I just don't watch that guy. He doesn't make sense. He doesn't have any content as such. He's not even entertaining. Although some guys seem to find him entertaining, but he's very annoying to me. Yeah, Graham. Well, Western Australia. Yeah, surfers, bodyboarders. You had 7 in 3 years, mate, die to great white attacks. You know, what I was more disappointed at was your government going on a spree of killing sharks there for a few months and those drum lines. And in the end, all they did was kill, I think, 150 something bloody tiger sharks, which none of them have been responsible for a shark attack in WA for like 20 years or something. Yeah, I guess so. No worries, Steve. I guess so, Dick Insider. I just can't be bothered with the guy. You know, he's so says one thing, then says totally opposite. The next time he's fucking talking shit. So I just can't be bothered listening to that guy. Now, isn't that a sight for sore eyes? How you doing, brother? And no, I don't think they should be killing all sharks and crocs. Tiger sharks taste great and be better. You're a nut, Graham. Good to see you, Steve. And you'll be able to talk to Graham on that account too. Unless you've already blocked him on that account as well. Holy shit. Okay, stick aside. You take care, mate. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for popping in, mate. Jazzy, stop. You know what? I had something to eat earlier, so I'm not too bad, but bloody Roger Miller's got me thinking about a burger now. I really can't be bothered going to Carl's Jr. McDonald's are too small. Burger King tastes all right while you're eating it, then you feel shit later on. Yeah, bet you did, Roger. A foot long, that doesn't sound too bad, Steve. We could say we spotted Dick. Oh, shit. Yeah, they've got the milkshakes here as well. And what I noticed what they did here, because my son had one yesterday, they put whipped cream on bloody top of it. I can't be bothered driving that far. We only got one Carl's Jr. in Adelaide. It's just opened up and a bit of a drive. I'm too lazy to go down there to get a burger. Oh God, don't get her started, Gunner. She'll start talking about kicking us in the Toolong and cutting it off and all the rest of it. Yeah, Subway. Subway doesn't sound too bad. I like the meatball Subways, the club ones, the steak. This is always nice. And I probably will get all the salad thrown on there. Nah, no, I don't have. No, not here, Gunner. Uh, Graham may in WA, but no. Pure Steve. Um, I mean, there's no Taco Bell even here in Adelaide, uh, and I wouldn't mind because I like Mexican food. But to get it here, you've got to go to a Mexican restaurant. Um, but I didn't mind Taco Bell. But don't worry, Graham. I get enough of them from her. Steve, the meatball ones are not bad actually. Um, Meatball steak. Said the club one. I think got a few different meats on it. That's all right. But lately I've just been getting the steak ones. Corn dog. Not sure I've had a corn dog. Yeah, it's probably just like the steak one's just a little bit better. Yeah, I'm did that too, Steve. I'm used to spelling Roger with the D. Well, he's here giving me shit, Linda, so he can't be too bad. I've just got a debate whether to go up and get a couple of Burger King burgers. Sounding pretty good, but they're nice eating them, but then afterwards you feel like shit. Tube steaks. Tell you what, Steve, that time you did the slow cook sirloin, I think it was, with the potatoes and carrots and that looked nice. I might have to get myself a slow cooker, I think, and do that sort of shit myself. Yeah, it looked good, Steve. I've seen the video you did, and it looked nice. So I wouldn't mind getting a slow cooker and doing that sort of shit myself. I've got some shit in the fridge I could always eat, I guess. Yeah, I don't know about that, Steve. Maybe not. Pizza subs. Jazzy, go. Excuse me, guys. Just gonna get this dog to sit down because she wants to climb up with me, and it's just too hot, man. Nothing worse, man, than a dog that wants to cuddle up to you when it's bloody hot. Crazy bitch. Yeah, you can probably still get one sent there off that Lazada, or I'm sure there'd be somewhere where you could get a crock pot, slow cooker, Steve, over there. I'm sure of it. But yeah, I remember Jay did mention it, but that might have been just because of where he is. I remember, I think he said he could have ordered one in, but he just was going to get one from Australia because it was cheaper. Yeah, exactly, Graham. You can just put the shit in there and forget about it, and jump into it later. And I mean, it looks what Steve had that day with the potatoes and the sirloin. Oh man, that looks so good. Yeah, but that could be where she is too, Steve. Larry, how are you doing? Jesus spoke to me earlier. He said, I love you, Mark, but the rest of them bastards are buggered. So, sorry, Larry. Oh, but I will try and put a good word in for you. I'll put the link in if you or Steve want to jump on. You guys can come on and give me shit if that's what you want. I'll take it out in a minute. Yeah, slow cookers, they're the way to go. What what Havoc made that day looked so nice, man, with the like baby potatoes and oh, there you are. How you doing, mate?
Am I here?
No, you're there.
Oh.
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, Steve.
Are you getting feedback?
No,
Okay.
no, all good. Steve in the chat just said, "Steve, you wanker." Uh,
Yeah, he's also disappointed in the. I seen a comment. Him and Face Runner. He's also disappointed in the video I put up.
what video was that?
Put
Which
my
video?
channel. Um, uh, I don't. I didn't come here to start drama. Okay. But Popeye put a video up about me and everybody else. It's called "Where Did All the Cowboys Go?" And
I seen it.
I put up a video response, and Steve didn't like it for whatever reason. Him and Face Runner. So sorry I
Oh
disappointed you, Steve 25901. Sorry I did that.
no, he said, "I hated to see you start up the shit again, Steve. No offense."
You said it wasn't. You said it wasn't a good idea. It wasn't a good idea on him, and I just get tired of. Um, I was going to leave here. I'm still going to leave here. I'm not going to be back. Um, I
Mate,
just keep getting pulled back in when I'm not leaving YouTube, but when I see shit like that, I got to say something. That's just a fight in me. That's all it is. Well, Steve, 25901, go in there and look at my pinned comment on there. Okay. You know, and you'll see the video where he's trashing me and everybody else. And um, sometimes it gets under your skin, which is that's all the fuck he wants to do. And I responded back, and I responded back 100-fold.
oh Jesus. Thing is, though, that's what they want. They want you to respond, I guess.
No, he didn't want me to respond like that. I guarantee you that. If you go watch the video and read the comments, he did not want me to respond like that.
Oh, God. Well, how you handle it, that's your
We are
business.
still friends, Steve, 25901. I just didn't like the comment you made earlier, and I thought you knew. I was naive, and I thought you knew why I made that video. I wouldn't have made that video. I'm not, you know. And Johnny Warrior made a video about it too. It's like 12-year-old schoolgirls in a schoolyard, and that's why I left. That's why I didn't want to be. That's why I don't want to be part of this community anymore, because that's what it's come to. You know, we're fucking grown ass fucking men. Most of us are over 50 fucking years old. The majority of us, and we're acting like we're fucking 12. You know, I mean, it's just enough's enough for me anyway.
Yeah, I just don't try and if anything gets said, I just try and ignore it. I just can't be bothered arguing with people from behind the keyboard. I've told them, like, doesn't matter
No,
if
I
they
got
express
I
it.
had I had a bunch of emails and messages. Here's what Popeye said about you. Here's what Dave said about you. And I ignored Dave pretty well much altogether. He's made a video about me being a walrus and whatever and fucking all this other shit. And I watch about 10 seconds of it and I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm a grown man. Fuck that shit.
yeah. I'm not sub to Dave's new channel, so I don't get to see what he puts out unless something comes up in the recommended. And I haven't seen anything from him in a long time. So although I had heard and knew that he was back, I'm not sure if I went into a live stream one time. But yeah, I'm not sub to it, so I don't see what's going on.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. Have it. Graham says he's okay with it.
Yeah, Graham's an Aussie, mate. Look, we,
He's a good dude.
yeah, he is.
And so is BK. He just walked in.
Oh well, yep. I haven't seen BK.
Say Ben BK
Oh,
Tour.
yep, see it.
Hey, what's up, fuckstick?
Thankfully, it hasn't been too bad lately. I had to kick a few people off of here.
Well, kick BK out of here. He called me a fuckstick.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do, Steve, just for you. If you want to time him out, it's all yours.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. He's a good dude. I'm not going to do that. Give him his wrench back.
He's gonna. He's only got to worry if Junior comes in, really.
Yeah.
Oh, so what? It must be early hours of the morning for you too, Steve, over there.
It is 22 minutes till 7 o'clock in the very morning.
Oh shit! So what have we got? Oh, yeah, this is your days off, isn't it?
Yep. I'll go back tomorrow. I'm off tonight. Go back tomorrow. And hey, fuckstick. BK says calls me a fuckstick again. Time him out.
Yeah, well, what he does, he comes back with a different account. So You want to time him out? You time him out.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of rain here, Steve. 25, 901. I'm getting a lot of rain here. Yeah. But the temperature is in let me look here. Um no snow. I can take rain all day long. Just don't give me snow or freezing rain or cold temperatures.
Uh,
It is here 50 degrees. That's nice weather for this time.
well, I hope it snows by the morning and freezes over.
I hope they run out of mayonnaise the next time you go get a foot long.
Well, at least you're laughing, mate. If you've got no snow and it's 50 degrees, that's not too bad.
That's nice weather for February. Very nice. Usually, lakes and ponds are frozen over here where I'm at, and people are ice fishing. You know, and 32 degrees is freezing, and it's got to get below zero before the lakes, and ponds that you can actually stand on them here. So that's real good weather here. Not bad at all. Let this let it snow. Let it snow for the fuck sticks. All right, one more fuck stick, BK, and you're out of here. We've had enough of that. Hell, yesterday I went from 30s to lately 75. What the fuck is wrong with the weather? Um, hell, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I remember Thunder saying a week or two ago that had record heat over there, and we was having a record low cold weather over here. So maybe
Yeah.
there is something to that. Maybe there is something to that climate change that I've been
Nah,
denying. I don't know. I don't know what's
nah,
fucking. It's
nah,
not.
nah, mate. Like, you're gonna get. I mean, like late January, February. That's the hottest weather for us. So,
That's the
and
coldest for us. That's the coldest for us.
so we expect the hot weather, and um, even though we had a few days of hot weather, then got to some nicer days. Late like high 20s, early 30s, which were really good. It
Yeah, but
all averages out.
the news media was calling it like a vortex or something like that. Did you catch any of that?
No, but someone was
A
talking about it.
a polar vortex. They
Yeah,
they started calling it. So we're going back to the ice age to um, global warming to climate change. Now it's a polar vortex.
yeah,
Vortex.
yeah. I did. Someone else was talking about that too. Just a fancy name for some sort of fucking weather condition.
No,
But
BK, you got to call me a fuckstick. Otherwise, I won't. I can't spell all the words. I only know about like 5 or 6 of them.
geez, that would make a good soundbite for Popeye.
What's that?
You only know 4 or 5 words.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Shit.
No, I burn his ass on that one. No response out of him either.
Yeah. I seen a guy the other day talking about the global warming. This is going back a few years ago. Our prime minister was saying that the CSIRO was predicting all this shit, and they're saying global warming is real, and she's on there, mate, just laying it on so thick, the lying bitch.
Yep.
So this reporter got one of the guys from the scientists that deals with the weather in the CSIRO, played him that clip and said, "Is she right?" And he goes, "No, no, she's not." And then he put all the actual facts out there, and he said, "Well, why are all these um, agencies putting out there about global warming?" He said, "It's simple. If they don't say what the government want them to say, they lose their funding. So
Yeah.
all these
It's all about
scientists,
money.
So all these scientists who are going, yeah, global warming's real, rah, 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 and we're responsible, doing it because they won't get funding if they say otherwise.
Exactly. You're right about that. That's what we call the deep state over here, the swamp.
You
That's
know,
what's running our country.
and that's the problem now is that you got because scientists aren't like they don't make bloody the money the other professions do, and so they live off of grants and shit like that. And if they're not getting money from the government, they're buggered. So they'll say whatever the government wants them to say, as if the government's feeding them cash. Bit of a shame, but that's how it is.
Yeah, that's exactly how it is. Um, did anyone see Trump? His speech? Yeah, I've seen it. His speeches are always the same, BK. He's the best president that ever walked the face of the fucking earth, as
No.
far as I'm concerned.
What about you got
Don't
Abraham?
don't bring up Abraham Lincoln and his integrity. I don't want to hear any more about
Up your ass, man. He's my hero.
that.
You fucking don't you dare say anything bad about Lincoln, or you're out of here, buddy. I mean, when you look back at it, Reagan wasn't all that bad either.
No, the only president since I've been alive, and I do not like. I was born in 1963. During that time, Kennedy was president. Didn't like him from what I know about it. I didn't know anything then because I was a fucking sperm and then a baby. But after that, I didn't like any president other than Reagan and Trump. That was it. That's pretty well much it.
Yeah.
Reagan took us from an economic standpoint to where I remember coming out of high school and one guy, two guys that I went to high school with were fighting over a job. Who was going to shovel shit for a farmer, you know? And within, this was in 1981 or two. And pretty soon, the economy changed. Everything was great, you know? They called it trickle down economics or voodoo economics. But the shit worked, man. At that time, it did. Whether it does now or not, I don't know. But the economy here in the United States is very good right now.
I just remember he got too old for the job, and he'd be at official functions falling asleep.
Yeah, and he also got shot during that time. And once if you're in that age and you go through that type of surgery, I know my mom did it, and when she was older, a lot of people I know that were older, they never when they put you under through anesthesia, you never come back the same way you are completely. I mean, you just don't. They actually induce you into a coma, and it fries your fucking brain.
The other worry with that was the stories about how Nancy Reagan was using astrology to run the country. It was always scary.
I never heard anything. I never really heard anything about her. I was in my teens when he was president, and Nancy Reagan. Oh, the only thing I remember about Nancy Reagan is there was a drug problem in the United States like there is now, and she said, "Just say no." That's the only thing I remember about her. Really, that was her slogan: "Just say no." Have you ever heard that one?
No, but it obviously worked, didn't it?
No, it didn't.
I was being sarcastic.
No, you wasn't. You was being facetious. Hey, there's a big word. Do you guys have a weather rock? When the rock is wet, it's raining. When the rock shakes, it's stormy. When the rock is gone, you're fucked. Grandma got to get me one of those. They sell those on Facebook or Amazon.
Nah, over there they have weather cars. Same thing. When it's gone, you're fucked.
Well, I don't know how it is in your country, but in the summertime, here, and my grandma told me this a long time ago when I was a kid, and I know it to be 100% true. If you get up in the morning, like 6 o'clock, right at daybreak, and there's dew, you know what dew it is, right?
Yeah.
Dew on the ground, on the grass, or on the cars. It's not going to rain that day in warm weather. If there's no dew on the car or grass, it's going to rain before nightfall. And I've always found that to be 100% true. Have you ever heard that?
Not the dew one, but here we have a saying like if you red sky in the morning, what was it? You got shepherd's warning or sailor's warning. Red sky at night, shepherd's delight. So yeah, if you get the red sky in the morning, you got a shitty day ahead. Red sky in the evening, and next day is going to be a nice day.
I rarely see a red sky here, unless I'm looking into a sunset. I know what you're talking about, but are you talking about the middle of the day or sunset?
No, like sunset. Yeah, when the sun goes down, if you've got
Yeah.
a red sky, the next day is going to be nice. If you wake up in the morning and it's a red sky, it's not so nice.
But that dew, that's correct. I've never seen that. I've never seen that be disproved yet in my lifetime, anyway. Where I'm at.
Well, there's lots of, like I said, we got the red sky one, so, and that's usually, well, not usually, it's always right as well, so.
Yeah. Handed down from your ancestors who logged that shit in and handed it down to you. That's truth.
Do you want me to take Jerry's wrench away so you can time him out?
No, just block him. I've about had it with him.
Oh, he's a troll, mate.
Not only that, he's a Chicago mafia guy.
Yeah, he goes around shooting people walking their dogs.
Yeah, Chihuahuas. And they're the cutest dogs there is, I mean, God, this guy has no heart.
I know. But then again, if you own a Chihuahua, I've got to be careful because Roger owns a Chihuahua.
Mine's half Chihuahua. Hey, Gary, you get time out by saying fuck stick. Shit is.
Yeah, WAE's heard that one. Yep, that's the one. It's either shepherd or sailor, so yeah. But you've heard it before then. And that's an accurate judgment too on the day ahead.
Graham says Dodgy brothers sell weather rocks.
That man on the panel upset my dad. Sweet pea.
That must be me.
Yeah. Well, Sweet Pea is the in the Popeye cartoons. He's Popeye and Olive Oil's kid.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Sorry Your dad shouldn't have started it, and I wouldn't have finished it.
And yeah, fresh spinach is better than canned spinach.
Yep. Topped off with a little bit of semen.
Oh, piss off. Yes. Oh, Jesus. No bullshit. Are you drinking again, Steve? My dad put olive oil on his dick.
All right. I gotta go smoke. That's sick, man. And how did you know he put olive oil on there, David?
Well, you know, olive oil is Popeye's girlfriend. Oh, Jesus. Hmm. Unbelievable. Oh, shit. Good day, wankers and fuck sticks. Oh, jeez. Steve, you finally get sweet pea, yeah. I don't know, WAE, I don't know anything about his private life. Jazzy. And to be honest, WAE, I don't want people talking about people's wives and girlfriends and shit. If other people want to do that, that's fine, but I don't want it here. Bluto. Yeah, it was Bluto, not Brutus. Bluto. Yeah, David. No worries, mate. Hope things going well for you and the lady. And I don't know WAS. So I don't know anything about his private life, and I don't need to know anything about his private life. That's his own. No, it wasn't Brutus. It was Bluto. No, Bluto. Bluto. That was the big guy that Popeye always used to beat up on when he ate his spinach. Things, brutal fight with the family in time for bed. Okay. What time is it up there? Shit, it's only 8 p.m. Over there. Alice the Goon. I don't know who that is, Steve. Yeah, I want to keep that shit. I don't want to sink to that, whether it's right or not. I mean, I don't know nothing about his private life. I don't want to know. That's his personal business. I just don't want to. Okay, let me have a look at that link. I'm just not want to jump into that same game and do that kind of shit. What the hell? Oh my God, Steve! I can just barely remember that character. I reckon it looks a bit like a huge version of Wimpy, the guy that always wanted the hamburgers. Jesus. Man, I haven't seen a Popeye cartoon in ages. I reckon the last ones I watched were 1940s Popeye cartoons that were banned, where it's Popeye versus the Japanese and very politically incorrect. So I can understand why they banned them, but uh, pretty funny. Dig the footwear, dig the nose, mate, on it. My God. I used to love that shit, man, the old Popeye cartoons. Now it's all that Japanese anime shit and Yu-Gi-Oh and Ben 10 and Dragon Ball Z shit. Yeah, I remember that. That was cool when they did that Popeye movie. I'd forgotten about that. But Robin Williams, made some great movies. He's a funny guy. Um, Devastating to lose him.
Yeah, I guess he committed suicide over alcoholism.
No, that's not true.
Oh, okay.
He had a dementia type disease, Steve. He did suffer depression, but he had some sort of dementia type illness. Um, but what a great loss that was, man. He was a funny fella. Yeah, Tom and Jerry, Roadrunner, Yosemite Sam. I remember all those. They were excellent. Marvin the Martian, Rocky and Bullwinkle. My God, I remember Milton the Monster, Fearless Fly. Um, Batfink. You can probably me, Steve, to remember Batfink and Karate. Dick Tracy, Top Cat. Yeah, used to always watch Top Cat. That was a good one. Yeah. Was it Benny the Ball, his mate? Let me have a look. No, you're not, Steve. Underdog. Jeez, I remember Pink Panther. Yep. I'll put the link back in there for you, Steve. Bloody Underdog. Oh, Jesus. No, he kicked himself off. That's what he's done.
All right, am I here now?
Yeah, you're here now.
I clicked on a link I think Steve put up there. And
When you do that, Havoc, click with your right button, and then it will let you open it up in a new tab.
oh, okay. That's what I do. I've done that. I've done that like every time.
Yeah. Dick and Cider, Captain Caveman. I used to love Captain Caveman. The Herculoids. Used to love the Herculoids. That was a great cartoon.
Yeah, did they have Gumby and
Pokey.
Gumby and
Gumby.
Pokey?
Yeah. Yeah. Grew up with Gumby and Pokey.
Yeah, I always liked that.
Scooby Doo, yeah. Yeah, I remember Captain Caveman. The hairy thing with the big club running around.
Yeah, Captain Caveman. Yeah, I remember that.
That was hilarious. And George of the Jungle.
Yep.
God, they were some crazy cartoons. So much better back then.
Mighty Mouse.
Lancelot Link. That was the monkey.
Yeah, that wasn't a cartoon. That was an actual ape
yeah.
or chimpanzee rather.
Yeah, and wasn't there another one, the Hathaways, with the chimpanzee family?
I don't recall that one.
And they had the woman that looked like a monkey too, with them all the time. Grape ape, yep. Snagglepuss.
Yeah, I remember him.
Touche Turtle.
Yeah, remember him. Yeah.
Touche Turtle, Magoo, yep. Huckleberry Hound, yeah. Oh shit, there were so many back then. Was it Touche Turtle and Dum Dum? Was Jabberjaw?
The Flintstones, yeah, that was classic, man. That was like the first, Graham.
They were on every night at a certain time here in Adelaide. Used to always watch the Flintstones.
They actually did, Graham. If you look on YouTube, they actually did cigarette commercials.
Yes, yeah, they did in the very early days. Yeah, Jetsons, love the Jetsons.
Yeah, that was good.
Here's George Jetson, his boy Elroy. Oh shit! What's this? Focus does roadkill. Oh wait, that was porno, not a cartoon. It might have been a porno cartoon, Dick and Cider.
Depends on what he did with that roadkill.
Well, if it's a porno, you can only imagine. Maybe I don't want to imagine, actually.
Yeah, no thanks. You know how those Cajuns are.
Yeah. I do, unfortunately. They can't speak English, can't spell for shit. You ask him a question.
Just ask him.
Just ask him. We were giving him shit about that the other night.
And what he doesn't know is when he leaves Louisiana, or like my wife calls it, Louisiana. when you leave Louisiana and you go to like New York City or Chicago and go, ask me, you're probably going to get one right between the eyes.
I should let you know. He's got a new channel, Steve.
Who's that?
The Crazy Cajun.
Focus?
Yeah.
I already subscribed to it.
Oh, okay. Otherwise, I'd put the link in the channel for the guys.
I didn't actually leave. I still watch. I just stayed out of everything.
I used to love that, Steve. It's about time. It's about space. About two astronauts in the strangest place. They go, the astronauts go back in time. I was in love with that blonde cave girl. That was one of my first crushes from that show.
Okay, let's go way back. How about Lost in Space?
Oh, yeah. It's About Time is older than that, I reckon.
Is it?
Yeah, I loved that. It's About Time. Land of the
Lost. That's a good one, too. Yeah.
What's the other one? With the spaceship and they go back. Land of the Giants.
Yeah.
Shag and Gronk. No, I don't remember that one, Graham. But, geez, Steve, I wouldn't have thought anybody would remember that. It's About Time. That was.
I don't.
I
I don't
love the.
remember it.
Oh, I love the blonde girl that was in there, the cave girl. You can probably find it on YouTube somewhere. No, I remember Batman, but nah, I used to love Lost in Space. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
Yeah, that and what was that other one?
All the pain.
My favorite Martian. My favorite Martian.
Yeah, yep. I used to watch that with Bill Bixby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to like that. See, that was a Channel 2. That was on our Channel 2. That's another old one. I can't think of the guy's name who played Uncle Martin. But
I'm not good with actors' names.
But I remember because Bill Bixby was in another show too. I mean, he did the Hulk, and he did the courtship of Eddie's father. He used to like that one too.
Yeah.
And then there was another one with Brian somebody, and Sebastian Cabot was the butler, and he had two kids, Buffy and Jody or something like that. I can't remember.
My three sons.
No, not My Three Sons. It was just a boy and a girl he had. Sebastian Cabot was the butler. Their names were Buffy and Jody or something like that.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I can't remember the name of that show either.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. But I remember you saw it.
But Buffy and Jody, the father of that, what was his name?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. He was pretty well known too.
He committed suicide.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll have to look that up. I was going to try and remember the name of the show though. Steve, you should remember that. Brian Keith. That's it, Brian Keith. I reckon that was it.
Okay, now go look up his death on Google. He put a bullet. He put a bullet through his fucking head.
Family Affair. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
F Troop. I loved F Troop, man. Corporal A Gun. I loved it.
Did you catch Daniel Thunder over in your country? Did you catch Daniel Boone?
Daniel Boone was a man. Yes, a big. Yeah. And
I used to love that show, man.
What was his mate?
Tonto?
No, that was a Lone Ranger. No, Daniel Boone's mate. He had. Oh God.
Yeah, I got that wrong.
He had his Indian mate. How you doing, Roger? I'm going to look up Brian Keith now because I don't ever remember hearing about him committing suicide, but let's look it up.
I remember on the Bob and Tom show they were talking about, they said he ate some lead.
Brian Keith.
Here is some information about Brian Keith.
I was too lazy to type it in, so much. Wikipedia, here we go. Died 24th of June, 1997. Hang on, Steve. I'll have a look in a minute. Let's have a look at his death. He was 75 when he died. That's what it says about his death. During the later part of his life, Keith suffered from emphysema and lung cancer, despite having quit smoking 10 years earlier. Oh, yeah, you're right. He was found dead of a self-inflicted gunshot wound in his home in Malibu, California.
Yeah. They were making fun of him on the Bob and Tom show where Dick Insider got his name from, saying they were laughing like hell, saying that he ate lead.
This is Sad. He did it in Malibu, California, 2 months after his daughter Daisy committed suicide.
Yeah. That's sad, man.
Yeah.
I wonder why he did it, though. Me too, Steve. 25901.
Oh God. I'm gonna have
But
to go look.
that's how I learned that. That's how I learned that. That was like I don't know how long ago it was. Years and years ago. When did he die?
97, I think it said.
Yeah. Long time ago.
Where's that link, Steve? I wanted to see that cave girl. If that was her.
He retracted it.
Oh, you bugger! You retracted it before I got to see it.
Post it again, Steve.
Paladin, I remember that, Roger Miller. But I'm just trying to think, is it Mungo or something like that? Daniel Boone's Indian mate?
Mingo.
Mingo,
Yeah, Mingo.
Yep, that's the one, yeah.
When you said Mongo, that rang a bell in my head.
We had the Daniel Boone and we had Davy Crocker. It was Fess Parker, I think.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
F Troop.
I loved F Troop. I loved that. Again,
Have you already mentioned that?
Yeah, someone brought that up before.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he did pull a sweet. Oh, it was the wrong girl. I remember looking it up one time, Steve, and I managed to, on YouTube, did find a couple of clips from It's About Time, but I think when I looked it up, it only ran for, maybe 2 seasons, which is a shame, but I remember I loved that show when it came out. It had the guy, one of the cavemen, the father was the guy out of Car 54, used to play next to Fred Gwynn. You guys remember that, Car 54?
No, I don't. I don't remember that. Is that a cop show?
Bandito, Mongo.
What was Car 54? What was that show about?
Yeah, that was a cop show. Car 54, where are you? It had
the oldest cop show I remember was One Adam 12.
Yeah, I remember that too.
I don't remember Car 54.
Yeah, that was Fred Gwynn, who played Herman Munster, was one cop, and his partner was the guy who was actually a caveman in It's About Time. Joe Ross, is that who it was? Yeah, that was an old one even for me, Dick Inside. I barely remember Car 54. But speaking of that, Munsters was another great show. Hunter, yeah, I can remember Hunter. And I remember a show my mother used to always watch. Was it 77 Sunset Strip or something like that? Yeah, Adam 12 followed by Emergency. It was the same here. They did the same
I remember
thing.
Emergency. I remember that.
And MASH was the classic in the 70s.
Oh, yeah. Kick ass. It still is kick ass, man.
Yeah. Yep. Graham remembers that one, Car 54. I mean, MASH was a great one. Gilligan's Island was another good one back then.
Yeah.
What's that? Hang
Mannix.
I remember that.
Yeah, that was a good show, Steve. That was a real good show. Mannix. That guy took no shit off nobody.
Yeah, Roger, I can only remember the name of the show. I don't actually remember the show as such. Same as Mannix, I can remember the name. The one I used to like was James Garner, he played a private detective. Do you remember that? Oh God, what was that show? James Garner. I know he played Maverick, the Western. Yeah, Columbo. I remember that one.
Yeah, Columbo's good.
Jazzy, stop. But I'm just trying to think the show with where James Garner played the detective, private detective. God, come on, guys! You Americans should know that one.
I just remember him in movies.
No, so I remember him in the TV series Maverick. Definitely in movies and that. But he also played a private detective. I just can't think of the name of it at the moment. That's it, Steve. The Rockford Files.
The Rockford Files. That was James Crawford, wasn't it?
No, James Garner. Definitely James Garner, man.
Okay.
The Jake and the Fat Man. I remember that. Yeah, Steve. Yeah, Steve's. He knows.
He's old.
He knows.
Old.
Oh, up yours, Havoc. I'm old too, you bastard. But he knows all the shows that I grew up with, that's for sure. Steve, here's one for you. You remember this, the others might not. Hazel. Do you remember Hazel?
Yeah, she had a show, and I can't remember all about it. Yeah, I remember her face. I can see her face right now. Yeah,
she was like
I think that's what that's what the show was called. Hazel.
Yep.
Hell, Ma and Pa Kettle.
Oh yeah. Yep. Oh, they were funny as Chips, the $6 Million Man. Yeah. The Bionic Woman. Excuse me. His throat's getting worse now. Jesus.
Kung Fu.
Yeah, David Carradine. Loved that show.
Yeah. He also his death was really weird, man. That was a weird death. I love that show, Kung Fu.
Yeah.
I was like 8 or 9 years old, man, watching that shit.
We used to get chewing gum, bubble gum, in packets with the Kung Fu cards.
Yeah.
Hang on, guys. I'm just going to take this dog out again because she's going to annoy the shit out of me. And I think I might even chain the bitch up, teach her a lesson.
No, you're not. You're just going to go out there and let her rule your life, and then come back in and let her rule your life again. Fuck with us. Don't lie. Yeah, he was, Steve. I guess he was into some kind of bondage shit or something like that, and asphyxiation and choking or whatever right before you climaxed, and he died that way. Hogan's Heroes, yeah, that and Gomer Pyle, yeah. Green Acres was good, yeah, love that, love that, love that. Petticoat Junction. Gunner, I don't know exactly. I've seen a little bit of videos about BDSM and all that. I don't understand the beatings and strangulation and all that shit. But I guess that's what he was into, and that's why he went there, and he died that way. Yeah, Laugh-In. Yeah, that's a good one, Dick Insider. Yeah. And if you're going to go that route with it, the Ed Sullivan Show, right behind it. I remember watching that. You have one of them headlining the other. Yeah, I don't even know what that means, Steve. And I never wanted choked. I never wanted to choke anybody or hang from a fucking closet or whatever. If you got to reach that far to fucking get you off, something ain't right. That's just or getting whipped or having your cock and balls tied up and somebody else is whipping that. I don't get any of that fucking BDSM bullshit, bondage bullshit. I just don't get it. Yeah, I hear you, Steve. Graham says father. So what you meant by that? My father and I would laugh our guts out. What's oh yeah, All in the Family. Yeah, Graham, that was a good show. Real good show. I'm so old that I remember when that show first came out, there was an album put out about the shows that they already did, and my parents bought it. I'm like, we already heard this, only this is just audio. We're not watching it. And they'd sit there and listen to that album and just laugh their ass off. Chuck Connors, don't know who he is, Dick Insider. Got some pervy cowboy was trying to mark. I don't know what that means. Oh, the Rifleman. Yeah. Okay. All right. I got you. I didn't know who the actor's name was. I got you, Dick. No, I don't got your dick, but I got you. I got what you're saying. Yeah, Rifleman. Yeah, I remember watching that. Roger Miller, Steve, yeah, but I guess 2 clutches in 10 years ain't done. I don't know if you're talking to me or. Oh, okay, you're talking to Steve 25.
What did I miss, Steve?
You didn't miss nothing. Look up in the chat.
Yeah, I'm just going to
not a whole lot. Not a whole lot of nothing.
Sorry, I'm eating popcorn, man.
What kind of popcorn is that?
The carnival type, you know, the coloured popcorn.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Where'd you get that at?
I just bought it when I was out shopping the other day.
Oh, okay. My when I was a kid, my oldest sister used to make that out of Cairo syrup and something else. I can't remember what. I think it was brown sugar.
Are they talking about? Yeah, something. It's nice though. The Chuck Connors, the rifleman. I remember that, and
Yeah.
the Texas Rangers. Do you remember that show?
Yeah, I remember that.
I used to love that one.
But my favorite of all time was Daniel Boone. That was my when I came home from school and I was just wasn't even a teenager yet. I couldn't wait to watch that.
I like Bonanza.
That was good too. I watched that too, but I didn't. My favorite was Daniel Boone because he was a badass. He blazed a trail.
Was that Fess Parker that played Daniel Boone as well?
I don't remember. Yeah, that's his name. Yeah, that's his name. How about this? Did they have this in Australia? The Waltons.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good night, John Boy.
Night, John. Night, Mary Ellen. And you remember this one, mate? Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah, Laura Ingram or Laura, not Laura. Laura Ingalls.
Yeah, it was the guy out of Little Joe from Bonanza.
Yeah, he died of pancreatic cancer.
Yeah, he had that,
Michael Landon.
Yeah, and he had that other show where he was in The Angel, Highway to Heaven.
Yeah. He died a horrible fucking death, man.
Rifleman would go out and shoot 6 guys all in a day's work, then go home and say, Mark, time to wash up for dinner.
Yeah.
I used to like the Rifleman, yeah. Geez, that's old. And the Texas Rangers and Bonanza. There was another one my mother used to watch. It was called The Big Valley.
Yeah, that's another one. It was kind of like a spinoff of that.
Do you remember the Petticoat Junction?
Yeah, that's Green Acres.
Green Acres used to love that one. Arnold Ziffel, the pig.
Yeah. Green Acres is a place you want to be.
Yeah, but his wife wanted Park Avenue.
Yeah. Take man, have it. What did she say? Take man, have it. Just give me Park Avenue.
Used to love those shows.
Dick Van Dyke. That ring a bell to you, Thunder?
Yeah, I remember Dick Van Dyke. He was in Mary Poppins, and he had his own show.
Yeah.
I don't know who Steve's talking about.
Handy woman. I don't know what that. I love that Dyke. Handy woman around.
I don't know why, but I can remember the Chinaman in Bonanza, Hop Sing, the cook.
Yeah. Yeah, Dick and Sider said just fine. Green Acres is the life for me. Green Acres is the place for me to be.
Farm living.
Farm living is life for me. Yeah, that's right. God damn, I'm a good singer.
Don't remember the handy woman.
I don't remember that either.
Always remember the Ziffles from Green Acres.
How about the Monsters?
Yeah, I was saying that earlier, the Monsters, yeah.
All right, we already did that one.
Adam's Family.
Yeah, that was good. How about this? How about this?
Yeah, I promise I remember them, Steve.
Huh? Okay, I got a new one for you. I got to think of it. Dark Shadows.
No, don't know that one.
I bet Dick and Cider knows Dark Shadows.
I know, mate, he's giving you shit now. I got to time him out for that.
Well, it's his first time criticizing my singing, so give him a break.
Mate, Dick and Cider, you're worried about his singing. You should listen to BK sing sometime. Like dragging your nails down a blackboard.
I can't believe you guys don't know who Dark Shadows is.
No.
And that's way back, way back. Yeah, I was like, I don't know, 6, 7 years old. We're talking late 60s.
Yeah, I get the dog again. She's fucking barking outside now, the bitch. Just like a fucking woman.
Can you see? Wow. So I win. I said Dark Shadows, and nobody knows who I'm talking about except Steve. 25-901. Barnabas Collins. I can still remember him, man. He was a star of the show. Barnabas Collins. Seems like every 10 minutes, Thunder's got to go take his dog out. I'm going to go smoke. I'll be back in a minute.
No, you're still there. You didn't manage to kick yourself off. Or we lose Steve to having a smoke. I can't remember. Let's have a look what Steve's put in here. It kind of is, Graham, but I guess we kind of all grew up with some of the same shows, and it's nice to remember some of them. Okay. Don't remember that one. But I have to admit that they don't really make those sort of shows anymore. Some of them were a bit out there and that, but God, they were great growing up watching them. Excuse me. Especially like F Troop. An afternoon vampire soap opera. Okay. Yeah, that's I don't know if Graham's heard of it. I never seen that one here though. I remember HR's Puff and Stuff. Remember that one. Yeah, and I didn't recognise them at all, Steve. I'm not sure I remember that one, Dick and Cider. All I remember Bill Bixby was the courtship of Eddie's father and playing the Hulk. Yeah, I'm with you, Steve. I've never seen that one. It'd be cool to get hold of some of these old TV series, watch them again. The old Starsky and Hutch. What's the other one with General Lee? What's the one with the two country boys and they used to drive around in that Dodge Charger? Yeah, Gunnar, I reckon you could. Dukes of Hazzard. Daisy May.
Daisy Dukes.
Yeah.
What was that car that they drove? That was a Mopar, wasn't it?
It was a Dodge Charger, painted up in Confederate colors, and it was called the General Lee.
And that's banned from everywhere because it's racist now here in the United States. That's a racist car.
I'm disgusted with you Americans for allowing that because that is.
I didn't allow it. I'm disgusted with the same Americans you are disgusted with. Let's get that on the table.
That's part of your fucking history, man. You know, you don't want to forget that shit.
No, you got to erase it.
You know, you got
to. That's called liberalism.
You know,
liberalism.
What the fuck? I mean, good men died on both sides.
Exactly. But we want to forget the ones that were on the wrong side, I guess.
No, that's just crazy.
I agree. 1,000%.
McHale's Navy Gunner. I love that show.
F Troop.
Yep, we'll talk about that one. That's a great show.
Already did that one?
Yeah, Corporal Agon. Yeah, Mission Impossible. Another one, Graham, Search.
What was that? What was that? Hogan's Heroes, that German one?
Yeah, it was Hogan's Heroes.
Hogan's Heroes. You never watched that one?
Yeah, all the time, mate. Oh. My father loved it.
Colonel Klink.
Schultz. I know nothing.
Yeah. I see nothing, I know nothing.
BK Sergeant Schultz. McHale's Navy was funny. Yeah, I like that one, Graham. I liked all those military ones like Goma Pile.
Yeah, that was good. Andy Griffin? Nope. That's it.
Yep. The Andy Griffith Show. That's where a young Richie Cunningham came from.
Yeah. And so did Gomer Pyle.
Yeah, Goma, yep. He was a mechanic or something there, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
And Don Knotts too, wasn't it? Don Knotts wasn't he in that?
He was a deputy.
Combat. Oh, Gunner. Sanford and Son, yeah. I remember
That was
Combat
a good one too.
and the Rat Patrol.
Chico and the Man, anybody know who that is?
Yeah, he died young too.
Yeah, he committed suicide.
I do remember that Chico and the Man.
Chico
and welcome
committed.
back.
Welcome back, Carter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vic Morrow Combat.
Freddie Prinze. Yeah, you're right, Dick Insider. That's who he committed suicide.
Good Times. Kid Dynamite. What's his JJ?
JJ Walker.
That was not a bad show to watch that as well. And what was that? Was that 70s period? They had some.
The Brady Bunch.
Yeah, when I was younger, I watched that. Horse Shack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, Steve. In an accident making the Twilight Zone. I remember that. It was a bit rough.
Yeah, it was a bad day at work, to say the least.
Yeah, I am eating, Linda. Actually,
candied popcorn.
And it's good.
We can tell.
Up yours, you bastard. Oh, the Honeymooners. I remember seeing a bit of that.
Yeah, that was good. That was great, man.
And you had a cartoon that they made up with those mice sort of playing the parts of the Honeymooners. Remember Speedy Gonzales? Andale, arriba.
Yeah, Reba. I can remember my parents dropping me off for the weekend as they would to my father's parents, my grandparents, and I'd watch the Honeymooners, and I would watch Lawrence Welk, champagne music, because that's all I had to do there. And then it was time to go to bed after that was over. Do you know who Lawrence Welk is?
Nah.
No. Well, it was on after a sitcom, so you probably turned the channel.
What was the show with the rerun? I've got no idea, Dick Insider. But you made me think of another show, The Time Tunnel.
Rerun was a big fat guy. I thought he was on.
Fat Albert. Hey.
No, Rerun. I know who he's talking about. I can't think of it right now.
No, I don't know. Hey, Dave. How you doing? Yeah, Time Tunnel, Land of the Giants. We're just reminiscing over all the old shows. Dobie Gillis, I remember, and Maynard G. Krabs, Graham, and his mate. That was the guy that played Gilligan. Was Maynard G. Krabs. Oh my God, Dobie Gillis. Geez, I wouldn't have thought. I mean, I'd expect Steve to remember Dobie Gillis.
Toby Gillis was actually Gilligan from Gilligan's Island.
No. Maynard G. Krabs was Gilligan. Dobie Gillis was a different actor. WKRP.
It was the same actor.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
No. Bob Denver, I think it was. Was it Bob Denver or something like that? Gilligan, Gilligan paid Dobie Gillis's mate. That was his friend. It wasn't Dobie Gillis. Dobie Gillis was a different actor. But Dobie Gillis's friend was Maynard G. Krabs, and that was Gilligan.
Oh, okay.
WKRP Cincinnati. RC Dre, I reckon that's with the blonde with the big boobs and married.
That was what's that famous guy that just died?
She married what's the guy from Smokey and the Bandit?
Yeah, she married him, and then they got a bitter fucking divorce, real bitter divorce, and he died. I can't remember what his name is.
Dwayne Hickman was Dobie. That's all right, Steve. Yeah, the blonde with the big boobs. I can't remember her name.
Yeah, Burt Reynolds. You're right, Dick Insider.
That's the one. Yeah, they were married for a while. Lonnie
and they had a real bitter divorce.
The old Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah. You was talking about that one rerun a while ago, right?
Yeah, I can't remember that one. That's a new one to me.
No, I'm not talking about the show. I'm talking about the actor. They called him Rerun, and he used to say, "Hey, hey, hey." Big, real big, fat black guy.
Yeah, they said it earlier, Fat Albert.
No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it.
Buford T. Justice. Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Dick Insider just said it. What's happening? That was the name of that show. And Rerun was in there, and he was a lard ass.
Who's Rerun? I don't even know that. Never heard of it.
Well, it was a show. It ran a few years anyway, and Fred Berry, Gunner says it's Fred Berry, and he'd always say, "Hey, hey, hey," and he would wear, I think it was suspenders and blue jeans just to hold his pants up. He was a lard ass. That was a good show back in the day. Early 70s, early to mid 70s, we're talking about.
No, I never got that one. Remember getting 8 is Enough.
I never watched that.
I remember that
because I've been married to 3.
Well, that was that Dick Van Patten.
And that was enough for me. Alice with Flo. Kiss My Grits. Yeah. Well, what was that? What was that? Mel's Diner. Dick Insider. That's what you're talking about?
That rings a bell. That Kiss My Grits.
Yeah. Mel's Diner. What was the name of that show, Dick? I can't remember what that was called. Alice, yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right there.
I remember that.
Dick Insider for 2000.
Holy shit. I'm going to deduct 5,000 from him though, because he doesn't. He didn't know it's about time.
It sounds like an expensive look.
Jeez, some of them. Yeah, I remember the Alice. That was the show based with the bird working in the diner there, and Kiss Margarettes.
Yeah.
Jesus. Like I said, you're not going to get those sort of shows again, and it would be too expensive to do it now. Yeah.
Why would it be too expensive?
Because imagine what you'd have to pay actors. Like, I mean, if you look at, say, for instance, Big Bang Theory, the two main guys in that, I think they end up on like $1 million an episode just for them two.
Never
Each.
watched it. I never watched that. Big
Oh,
Bang.
I like that show. But yeah, these days with all the cast and that, some of them shows would be much too expensive to put on.
I wouldn't. I disagree with that because you got new actors coming up that are probably waiting on tables, and maybe later on, 3 or 4 seasons, then you'd end the show because you couldn't pay them because they got greedy. But yeah, I definitely disagree with what you just said.
Look, I just don't know if you could do it like they used to. I mean, was it Sherwood Schwartz or something like that? Erwin Schwartz. I can't remember, but one of those guys.
Martin Shorts. Martin Shorts.
No, this was the guy producing the stuff. He was putting out so many shows back in those days.
No, I don't know.
800K. He might have been, or even more, Dick Insider. I know
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's all right. The two guys in Big Bang Theory are on $1 million a show each.
But I'm sorry.
I'll go for it.
No, I was just going to say what he brought up about Charlie Sheen. He went from the highest paid actor in the world to now what's he making? Zero.
No,
Nothing.
No, he's making money, mate. During the Super Bowl, they had him on a commercial here.
Okay, side gigs. But this guy was actually paid. When he did 2.5 Men, he was actually paid $2 million an episode. Nobody's ever been paid that.
Yeah, I thought.
Go ahead.
I thought. Yeah, I would have said. I would have thought he made more than 800,000. There you go, Graham. He produced Happy Days and many others. Sunday. Yeah, he did, mate. He created Happy Days. How did we could forget Happy Days?
Who produced Happy Days?
Oh, that guy I was mentioning before. Actually, no, that was Graham. No, the guy you're thinking of is a different guy. His sister played the part of Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah, that was a spin-off of Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah, and Laverne's brother in real life was the guy that did Happy Days. There was a different guy that then did Gilligan's Island and all those other shows. And I Dream of Jeannie. Oh my God, used to like seeing what's her name, Barbara Feldon or something like that.
I don't know, but I'd like to rub a fuck. I keep rubbing every time I see something like that looks like that. I just rub it and see if she pop out, and she doesn't. Been doing that for years. Because I also dream of Jeannie.
Oh mate, she was hot as even stayed hot as she got older. But that was another good show.
But what Laverne and Shirley. Okay.
No.
Laverne,
Barbara
um,
Eden.
yeah, she was actually married to All in the Family. Remember that show?
Yeah, Archie Bunker.
No, yeah, but his son-in-law, Meathead, they were actually married.
Okay.
Did you know that?
No, no.
Just a little bit of trivia.
I know that that Mark Harmon guy who played in one of the NCIS series, he was actually been married to the girl from Mork and Mindy. Remember Mindy?
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Mark Harmon's married to her.
Mm, had no idea about that either.
Geez, Mork and Mindy. That was a great show when that came out. But I used to love Happy Days. That was like everyone loved the Fonz, and it ran for a while too. It was a good show.
Yeah, his best friend, one of his best friends, was from that show. What was it? Um, he passed away at a very young age. I can't remember what.
I don't know.
Um, I'll think of it in a minute.
Barbara Feldon. That was the girl out of Get Smart. Remember Get Smart? That was Agent 99. I think he
Yeah,
was.
I remember the title. I couldn't remember one episode though. I remember Get Smart. Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't kick her out of bed for farting, Graham. She was hot as. He's they're all bloody in their 70s, 80s now, I guess. And then the guy that was a star of I Dream of Jeannie went on to be J.R. Ewing in Dallas. Oh my God, wasn't that was a bit of a freak show? Everyone, all the oldies I remember around about the time used to watch that.
Okay, John Ritter. What did he play in?
Oh, I remember John Ritter. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
when he was in an apartment living with two girls.
Well, that was a spin-off probably of an English show that used to have that too.
Let me look here. Doing a little bit of research.
Three's Company.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Um,
Yeah, that was a spin-off of an English show.
was it?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but anyway, um,
No, I was too young for Dallas anyway, Graham. I wasn't interested in it back then.
Dallas, I think it was about oil and
Yeah, the Ewing family.
yeah, yeah. I wasn't either. I was too young too. No interest in it. Yeah, Three's Company. Um, he also played in Bad Santa. Um, Ritter. He played in Bad Santa, and that was one of the funniest movies I've ever seen in my life. And that was his last movie. And he died. I don't know exactly how he died, but he did die, and um, during the making of that film. Clifford the Big Red Dog. And I can tell you a story, Dick Insider, about Clifford the Big Red Dog. That's how old I am. Um, are you still here, Thunder? Am I still here?
Sorry about that. Just brought the dog back inside.
All right. Let me go back up here. Dick Insider said he was Clifford the Big Red Dog. Okay. I want to show you everybody how old I am. Do you know who Clifford the Big Red Dog is, Dick Insider?
Oh, we got Brian in here. I must have missed him popping in.
I don't see anybody named Brian. Oh, Brian Fingerless guitar.
Yeah, how you doing, Brian? Yeah, Havoc's still here.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Here's how old I am, Dick Insider. When this character came out, um, they had a contest to find out. They had a contest to find out what they were going to name this dog, and I entered. I can't remember the name I put in there.
You put Steve in there.
I might have. I can't remember. I was like fucking 6, 7 years old. You can go back and look when he was named and the contest and all that. It's all documented. And but anyway, I lost. Yeah, I should have said Havoc. That might have been good.
How you doing, bro? I'm good, mate. What are you doing making all that noise in there, Steve, while Shirley's trying to sleep?
Shirley?
No,
Shirley.
don't wake her up. Yeah.
Huh?
You're a bastard, Steve.
Did you hear that?
No.
I don't know what she said, but she said something.
Probably can't repeat it.
She's a good kid. God knows I love her.
Yeah, I think we all like Clint Eastwood. I haven't seen the latest movie yet, The Mule. People tell me it's good, so I should get in to see that.
He's got a new movie out?
Yeah, it's called The Mule. I think it's his last one.
That's cool. Last one I seen of him was Gran Torino.
Oh, that was good too. That was
That was the best movie I've ever seen him in my opinion.
that was brilliant. Trouble with the Curve was good, and $1 Million Baby was good.
Yeah, but I like Gran Torino out of all of them. That's just my opinion. Yeah. They were all good. But, I went back and watched Gran Torino several times. I mean, many, many, many times. I like that movie.
Yeah, Unforgiven was great. Yeah, I heard something about that, Brian, that it might be based on a true story. I'm not sure.
What movie is he talking about?
The Mule.
Oh,
He plays he's an old guy, obviously, but I think he gets busted as a drug carrier, carrying drugs. So, wouldn't mind seeing that. Oh, what do we got? 11:40.
It's about time for you to go to Subway, isn't it?
I thought about that, but then I just filled up on that bloody popcorn.
Yeah. Decisions.
Look, any Western that Clint Eastwood in, usually turns out all right. I reckon the only ones, and we talked about this before, Steve, is those. I can't remember the name of it. The one with that.
The pony bullshit where
the circus rodeo.
that sucked. Absolutely sucked. I know what you're talking about. I can't name it right now.
Pale Rider's a good movie. The Good, Bad, and the Ugly.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus, how can you go past Clint Eastwood as Dirty Harry? I mean, he owned that.
And I don't know why he made like 3 or 4 of them, didn't he?
Bronco Billy.
Yeah, he made
That's
like 3.
one.
Yeah, he made like 3 or 4 of them. And it's like, man, you're losing your audience, man. We think you suck now. and he abandoned that smartly, and he abandoned the girl that he was with, who was a plain Jane. And
Sandra Locke.
And I remember her getting on People magazine. She made the cover of People magazine, dogging his ass, trying to fucking bring him down. And she says, I gave him the best years of my life. And they interviewed Clint on live TV, and he goes, yep, I reckon she did.
But I mean, I don't know. I think you didn't like them, but I also like the Every Which Way But Loose movies. Oh.
That wasn't too bad. When he was street fighting or whatever.
Yeah, with the monkey, Clyde.
but when I see him go from Western to that and then into Bronco Billy, I'm like, man, you lost me, dude.
No, it's not Sandra.
And then he went back into Western again, and I'm like, and then in I wouldn't call Gran Torino anything Western because it's not. It's just him being a good actor, you know. And that Bronco Billy shit, I just can't stomach it.
Nah,
you know.
That girl's name's not Sandra, it's Sondra. He's right, S-O-N, Sandra Locke. I thought she was
How do you?
Not very attractive. You could have done a lot better than her, I thought.
Yeah, it reminded me of
the Gauntlet. Yeah, I remember that one.
His wife reminded me, or not his wife. He didn't marry her, but that reminded me of Paul McCartney going with that fucking girl he went with. You know, just a plain old Jane. You know, he could have had anybody in the world, and he went with her.
Well,
to each his own. Beauty. That's what you're going to say next.
No, I was going to say beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
There you go. To each his own. Same thing.
I mean, I didn't think she was that good. Paint Your Wagon. He was also in Rawhide as Rowdy Yates. But that's so old, I can just barely remember Rawhide. Oh, I didn't know that, Steve.
But the last time I seen a picture on Clint Eastwood, he was standing on some red carpet somewhere for some fucking whatever, and he had a fucking beautiful fucking woman next to him.
Wasn't Paint Your Wagon, wasn't that with Lee Marvin, and he had that song, I Was Born Under a Wandering Star? Was that Paint Your Wagon?
No, I have no idea.
Yep, Lee Marvin, yeah. He actually bloody had a bit of a hit with that song too, of all things.
Look here, man.
Lee Marvin was another cool one.
I just opened up another browser, and it says that you're live now.
Well, no kidding.
Uh,
You fucking genius.
I thought this was in the past.
Don't tell anybody.
No, I'm looking up something here. I'm looking up. That's what I love about Google Chrome. Their browser, you can open up different ones.
You can do that in all of them. Mozilla does the same thing. Firefox, you can open up different tabs, different windows.
You got your browser, I got mine.
All right.
I'm just fucking with you. No, I wanted to. I don't remember what it was now. You keep interrupting me.
Oh, good. I've got to use Google Chrome anyway because that's the only one that you can do the Hangouts with.
Yeah, I like it. It's fast. I like it.
Yeah, I still like Firefox.
I every time I go on that shit, Firefox or anything else, it bogs me down, and I start getting spam and all this other shit.
Shit,
So
I never have that problem with Firefox.
well, I haven't tried it lately. So
Well,
maybe
stop watching porn. That's what does it. You're watching too much porn, mate.
do they have porn on Firefox?
I told you, stay away from Focus's channel, mate. You don't need that. Porn will make you go blind.
No, I seen he made a new channel. Has he gone live yet since he made a new one?
No, but he ended up getting me to go on last night, and he jumped on there for a while.
So he has made one now.
He has got a channel, yeah.
No, I said on his channel.
He hasn't done it. No.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
No, I said to you, I did one last night, and he came on there.
Yeah, I caught part of that. No, I didn't catch part of it. I caught part of it after it was over. I wasn't there.
Just tell me something, mate. How many fucking beers have you had?
2.
Fucking not enough then.
That's right.
Yeah, ad blocker is good.
Does it work?
Yeah. Yep.
So
Yeah, Steve, take care, mate. Thanks for popping in.
see you later, Steve. But ad blocker, if you go on a video and you're watching a video and you can see those little gold things there where they're gonna, let's say it's 30 minutes long, and you know that a ad video is gonna pop up on there. Does that actually block that or not?
I've never had any ads with using the ad blocker. I'm just trying to find this channel now for you, Graham. Should have been up the top, so not sure why. But it is the Raging Cajun. See if I get the link for you. Not sure why it wasn't up the top of my list. one of the last ones I subbed to, so it's a bit weird. Got to get rid of some of these bloody subs to too many channels. What the hell?
Yeah, I went in there yesterday and scrubbed all mine out. People with no significance, and uh, you, they might pop up once every 6 months, and then I'm like, why did I even subscribe to this from the first time? You know.
What the hell? I couldn't find the bloody. Can't believe it. Oh, here we go. Why is it right down there? Ah, all right, Graham, I'll put the link into his channel here in the chat.
Is Graham still in the Philippines, or did he go back to Australia?
As far as I know, he's still in the Philippines. That's his new channel there, Graham. No bullshit. I'm gonna fucking cut the head off this dog.
Now, see, when I say something like that, my wife gets mad at me.
Yeah, well, thankfully I've got an ex and she's not here to get mad at me.
Leave me alone for a minute. Just leave me alone for a minute. Just a minute, you know? And he won't do it. Philippines Bounds, how you doing?
If my ex was in here, I'd fucking put the dog on her.
Jerry, how
No,
you doing?
only people that walk dogs, Jerry.
You kill chihuahuas,
So, Jerry, have you taken a dog for a walk lately?
not a chihuahua.
Booking tickets home tomorrow.
Just got to work.
Don't bullshit. You
Yeah.
don't do anything except lick envelopes.
Somebody handed him a list of people to kill. I just got to work. That's a good one.
Yeah, he pulls that one on us all the time, mate.
I'm here at the office.
The broom closet. he cleaned out the broom closet, put a fucking little chair in there, and makes out like, yeah, this is my office. Yeah, that's true, Graham. That's a bummer about booking a flight at the last minute, but hell, man, it's the way to go. At the same time, spend as much time as you can there. And I mean, what are you rushing back to? Work?
What was that?
I don't know. What was that?
Heard something.
Yep, I agree. Graham. Stamp licking is not a real job. Go get a job, Jerry.
No, he doesn't lick stamps. He
Hey, Simple Joys, how you doing?
he signs death warrants.
No, mate, he's a stamp licker. I told you, he cleaned out the broom closet, put a chair in there, and when he gets on camera with us, he pretends he's got his own office.
You can just hear through his voice, man. He's a fucking hitman from Chicago.
Yeah, he's. Don't you know, Chicago is such a beautiful place to visit, and it's safe, and you can go out there, walk your dogs, and
I think my wife has talked to his wife on Facebook through I don't know what it is. I'm not on Facebook, but they can look at each other and they talk to each other, and I spend several hours doing that. And I'll just tell you, Jerry, from what I hear in the background, I just don't trust you.
you better behave yourself, Jerry. Well, you're out of here, mate.
Yeah.
We'll time you out. No, Gunner, not postcards, just envelopes, mate. And lots of them. All in a little broom closet.
Yeah, Phil Peace Bound's no good. I don't even know why he's got a wrench.
Oh, he's a troll, mate. You can't trust him.
Why did you give him a wrench? It probably hit somebody over the fucking head with it.
Because they say keep your friends close and your enemies even closer.
Yeah, that'd be my last beer.
Does that beer come with a shovel?
No casket, but a hole.
Havoc will be the next Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah. Hey, did you ever watch that video, by the way?
Which one was that one?
About Jimmy Hoffa.
Is that the guy that admitted to doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think? You believe it or not?
Like, you got to wonder why anyone would admit to it, but then the guy was carking it anyway.
If you're dying of brain cancer, you know,
he might have been looking for a bit of fame. It's hard to know, but he knew a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So
I believe it. When I listen to him, I read his face and his mannerism and everything, and I believed everything he fucking said.
Yeah, it's very possible that he knew a lot. How you doing, Lost? I was talking to Jesus earlier, Lost, and he told me, mate, you're buggered. I'm okay, but the rest of you are buggered. No, the guy said that he's not in the stadium. I mean, that was a rumor for so long.
He said he was cremated within 1 hour. I don't know how long it takes to cremate a body, but he said within 1 hour of him in the furnace, he was cremated. And I don't think during that video he made any mention of where the ashes went, which doesn't really matter.
Yeah, he's gone. And I reckon,
and that's why they never found him.
Yeah, but he pretty well said that it wasn't. I mean, I don't know how that rumor started, but for a long time I've seen stuff on him, and it was always he's buried in this such and such a stadium, and
yeah, and Elvis Presley and Michael Jackson are living in fucking Alaska somewhere. You know, they're still alive. You know, if you listen to that shit, but my point is, I'll send it to you in a minute, Gunner. My opinion is, if you're on your deathbed.
Well, the guy seems sincere, Steve.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're on your deathbed, and you're going to tell. You're going to say it. What reason would you have to fucking lie?
Like I said, The only reason
I don't think that when you're dead, fame really matters to you. I think he told the truth. I really do. I really think that's a true story.
well, it might not matter to him when he's dead, but I guess if you're a bit of a psychotic sort of person, you know that your name's always going to come up when his name, when they talk Jimmy Hoffa, his name's always going to come up.
Yeah, I'm not buying any of that because here's what you're looking at when you're getting ready to die. You don't know if there's a God. You don't know if there's not a God. You don't know if you're going to heaven or you don't know if you're going to hell. And you're spilling your guts about the shit that you shouldn't have fucking did. And I think that's what happens. That's my opinion.
Yeah, see you, Sim Joyce. Thanks for dropping in. It was a bit of an impromptu one tonight. I won't be around for much longer, I don't think. Getting a bit late.
Yeah, you need to go to bed or Subway or somewhere.
Yeah, I do.
You've been yawning for fucking 6 hours.
Oh, good on you. Have another beer, Steve.
All right.
Mate, Graham, there's no way that Elvis lives in the Philippines because I've heard them people sing and there's no Elvises amongst them. Although, who did that video? That Benny Mac guy at a restaurant, and they had these two Filipino guys singing, and they were sensational. Usually I listen to Filipinos sing and I'm thinking, oh my God, it sound like someone, killing a cat. But these two guys in his video, they were so good. They were excellent. Yeah. You're gonna put that link up for
I'm trying to find it.
Then let's tell us what you think, Gunnar, because I'm the same as you. I know people will say things just to on their deathbed to get that bit of fame, but this guy, it just seems so sincere, and he just was so casual with some of the details. Like as if just a matter of factly, like this is that's actually what did happen, and
I'm having a hard time finding. Okay, I got it now. I got it. All right, here we go. I'm going to post the link up there.
Sandra just sent you a link. Send that to Havoc in the email. Tell him to watch it.
All right, here's the link I have.
Oh, Jesus, Ian. Yeah.
Ashes thrown in the ocean, etc. Well, I think after you're cremated, I don't think it really matters after that. I don't think they can get any DNA or anything else off of that. Once you're fucking, it's like,
You never know.
like 2,000 degrees. I mean, they burned his body in 1 hour. That's what it takes to cremate somebody.
It's pretty flat out.
But anyway, that's the video, and I actually believe this guy, man. I mean, he's dying of brain cancer. He has nothing to fucking gain or lose. and I his facial expressions, everything. I believed everything he said, and it makes sense to me. And he was a friend of Jimmy's, and that's why he got to go. That's why he got him in his car, took him to that house, put 2 bullets in the back of his head, took him to a crematorium, whatever you call them, cremation place, funeral home, and fucking lit him up for an hour, and it was over. And it was all over the mafia and the Teamsters Union, and they wanted him out. They didn't want him back in. This was after he got out of prison. It explains all that.
Okay, I'm forwarding you, Steve, a link that was sent to me to send to you.
Where are you doing that? Where are you doing that at? On my email or here?
Yeah, I just sent it on your email, mate.
Okay, let me look.
Might take another minute or something to get there. Oh, you're being summoned.
I got it. All right. Well, okay, I got it. I got it opened up. What is before I click on it, what's this about?
About Hoffa.
Okay. Do I have to look at it and watch it now?
No, not now. But
Okay.
you might be able to, because I'm gonna crash out anyway, guys.
Well, you've been yawning for 3 hours, like I said. So I'm surprised you last this long.
Oh, I have to refresh the page because it says I've been started streaming 40 minutes ago. What the hell?
Mine says 3 hours ago.
Yeah, I just refreshed the page. Obviously, something wasn't working. Crazy shit.
See you later, Limbs.
Yeah, now I got the 3 hours there. Yep, see you, Lynn. See you, Brian, if you're still there. Gunner, you take care, mate. Who else? We had Roger Miller. We had Steve. No,
let me take over for you because I know you're tired. At the end of the day,
up yours, mate. I'm kicking you off now, man. You're out of here. Mate, it's good seeing you again. So fun. Drop in again sometime, mate. And yeah, if you work out a way to do the private ones, let me know. And
okay,
if we can have the private chats, we'll do that.
All right.
All right, Ian. Thanks, mate.
Thanks for having me, and I'll talk to you later.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot, everyone that turned up tonight. It was good seeing you all. We'll catch up with you all real soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.